What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Pat Outdoors. Hope you're having a great day. It's been a little while since I've been able to load any sort of videos, so I apologize for that. I've been away for my honeymoon and a work trip, but finally back, so let's go wrap up this mini Enduro build. This is my Razor MX650. If you've been following this channel, I've installed the upgraded fork, bigger tires, brushless motor kit, and actually just got a couple boxes come in while I was gone. So I have all the parts needed, including the upgraded battery, to finally wrap this thing up and ride it. So hopefully I'm able to fully wrap it up this week so we can finally take it out. Before we move on to anything else on this bike, I want to wrap up the fork install that I started a couple weeks ago. I still have the stock rotor on the front wheel since I haven't figured out which brake kit I want to go with, but I decided I'm going to install the Zoom hydraulic mountain bike brake for the front. I'm going to combine that with this 180 millimeter mountain bike rotor that I got from Alter Ego with my fork upgrade. Hopefully this adapter kit that came with the fork is going to allow me to install it without any modifications. I didn't receive any sort of instructions for this, but it looks like I'm supposed to be bolting it directly on the inside of the fork like that, and then use the other two holes to mount the mountain bike caliper on. But I seem to be having some sort of clearance issue with getting the bolts to line up. So I'm gonna reach out to Alter Ego or Keaton Scarlett to see if I can get some photos on how this is supposed to be mounted, or if you guys have any suggestions. Am I supposed to modify this and grind more material down to get this to fit? Please comment below if you have any suggestions for me. For the meantime, we're gonna be opening up this bigger box and checking out the new battery that I got for this bike. Since I haven't had the best luck with my BTR power packs, I decided to go with this other company to give them a try. It's a lot more affordable than the 48 volt 20 amp hour battery pack that I originally got for my first bike. It's not this one that failed, this is my 72, but I think I got this one for like 330 bucks. This is a 52 volt 20 amp hour with a 50 amp BMS. That's exactly why I chose this one. I think it's like the only one less than $350 that has a 50 amp BMS. And I wanted a little bit more than 48 volts since I am still trying to rip on this thing. This is everything that it came with in the box. Just the connector that I'm gonna hook up to the bike, charge port that I'm gonna mount on the side of the plastic cover, and the charger. This one's actually a 5 amp charger, so that's faster than the one that came with my BTR 48 pack. I was hoping that the battery would fit in this general area without me having to cut off the upper tray, but unfortunately the overall length of this thing is 11 inches, which is half an inch too long for it to fit here, unfortunately. But cutting this out shouldn't be a big deal. I did it to this bike. I was hoping I wouldn't have to do it, but it was half expected. For the meantime, I'm gonna hook this up to the charger and let it charge while I am working on it. Just discovered a few more things I like about this battery, like this charge port that it came with. It has a spring-loaded cover on it that protects it from weather. Unlike the battery charge port that I got with my BTR pack, it's just an open port like that. So I like how this has that additional protection, and it also has these built-in connectors that makes it easy to disconnect the charge cables. So it'll be easy to disconnect when I take off the plastic covers. And it also has a built-in USB port in case you want to charge your phone while you're riding. cutting the upper tray definitely makes a lot more room for flexibility as far as mounting the battery and any other components like the controller. All I did after cutting it out is spray paint the bare metal portions just to make sure that there's not going to be any sort of corrosion or rust issues in the future. The battery should be fully charged now. I let it charge for like 6 hours. It is showing 59.6 volts. Let's try that again. 59.6 volts, so it's definitely fully charged. Well, looks like the power just cut out. So unfortunately, we're gonna have to cut it a bit short today. But good news is, I was able to fully hook up the controller and the battery. And this bike is definitely gonna be pretty quick. Definitely seems like it puts out a lot more than a stock one. Not sure if it's gonna put out anywhere close to my main bike, but I'm definitely excited to take this thing out and give it a rip. A little disappointed that I'm unable to fully finish my bike today. Unfortunately, I can't work properly in the dark, but I'm determined to finish this thing in the next few days. I can't wait to take this thing out. So I ordered another adapter for my front brake caliper for a 180 millimeter setup. So hopefully that's gonna create enough clearance for me to use that adapter so I can wrap up the brakes and put all the covers back on and finally take this thing out. I'm gonna be happy if it reaches something like 30 miles an hour because my main goal for this bike is not really top speed. I've got another bike for that. I'd be happy if I hit like 25, 30 miles an hour. All I'm looking for is enough juice, like enough torque to climb over, you know, sticks and stuff like that, hills. So that's my main purpose with this thing, is off-roading. So if you are interested in keeping up with this project, consider subscribing to this channel. But if you found today's video helpful in any way, do me a favor and hit that like button. And if you like this kind of content, want to keep up with all of my projects, hit that subscribe button. But this is going to be it for today. Thank you for watching.